Setting up your meeting. All right. Okay, so first and foremost, how are you doing right now?
Great, doing great. Super excited. This is so exciting for me right now.
Okay, so so tell everyone, who you are. We actually met you actually met Marcella first, right? Through
Yeah.
one of our happy hours, which we
Yes.
started to do when we shut down for COVID. We started to do like a weekly happy hour every Wednesday night, and we still do these at 5:30 p.m. every Wednesday. They're usually themed with some like kooky or quirky like topics that kind of ice break the situation and allow for us to just relax and get through it. So you joined the palette community after one of those happy hours. So tell everybody who you are and what you do, like predominantly for your job, and then we'll talk about what you're scaling on the side.
Okay, well, hello everyone. My name is Atena. So the first time I was kind of in a palette meeting was at a happy hour, and it was just so much fun, and everybody was so welcoming. It just felt like right, and I was like, I'm in. I pretty much signed up probably the next day. I don't know, or like a week later, like something like that. I just got a tour of Schenectady, and I was just like, this is perfect. So yeah, um, I right now I do accounting and taxes as my primary business, but I am starting a new venture doing personal styling, and I'm super excited about it. And I really actually it's been kind of in the works for a very long time. It's been something that's been on my mind for a very, very long time. So I'm super excited about it. But who I am also, like, I was born, I don't know if like this is I
No,
was born.
people need to hear this story because it is incredible. All of what you've been through. You are not from here. You are not only are you not from the capital region, but you're not from America. So tell us how you got here, where you moved from, and like how in the hell did you land in the capital region? Because
Yeah.
it's such a cool story.
Thank you. Well, I was born in Iran, so I was there and I lived there till I was in fourth grade. So I was about 9, 10. I don't even remember the years that well. But from there, we moved to Ukraine and we lived there for another couple of years. And then I moved here when I was in seventh grade. I've been here since. I was living in San Diego, and I moved to the capital region May of last year because my husband's job moved us out here. So, but I'm really happy to be here. I've kind of seen so many different like ways of living in the world, so many different like climates, and it's like super exciting. Right now, especially like it's starting to get cold here again, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot like what it's like to be in snow like so often. But it's like it's bringing back a lot of memories from Ukraine. It's really exciting.
Yeah. So have you been back there, or you basically consider yourself, this is your home now, and do you ever go back?
No, I actually haven't been back to Iran or Ukraine since I moved here, which was yeah, when I was about 12 or 13. But yeah, but I do consider here my home, definitely, especially San Diego, because like I lived there for so many years. That is definitely like my home. But I definitely want to go back and visit, but I mean, like, because of politics and all that kind of stuff, I can't even really like don't really want to like I've been considering going back to Iran, but it's really tough. Like I haven't seen any of my cousins since I was in fourth grade. I haven't like seen so many of my family like since I was there. But the good thing is that here, like there's so much inclusion. There's so many like great people. I've met so many great people. I've made so many great friends. It feels like I have a family here. So that's been really awesome.
Yeah, it's important to surround yourself with people who are going to support you, especially when it's really hard. I mean, like even I kind of said this the other day to a friend, like even before COVID, it was hard. Like I'm not from here. I'm from New Orleans. My entire family unit and cousins and friends are in New Orleans. So before COVID, I would get homesick. And so now COVID, it amplifies that feeling, and it's so hard. And I certainly would not be able to be okay if I didn't have, a core group of people who are supporting me and thinking of me and think of me as their family too. So it's just like, that's kind of like what has been created naturally through Palette, is just like all these people who get it. We do have a lot of transplants here, and we all really understand what it feels like to miss home and to be sad, and how to forge ahead. I kind of want to segue, because like, getting dressed in the morning is like such a great way to feel better. And like, even if you're not leaving the house, just getting dressed and getting up and getting, taking the time to prepare for the day, whatever day it's going to be, and dressing the part for the day you want to have is really important. So tell us more about why this styling operation of yours is so important, and what you hope to bring to your future clients.
Yeah, so yes, definitely I want to say first, the Palette has been such a great place for me. Like, just moving from the West Coast to here last year, like I didn't know anybody, like I've made so many friends over there, and here it was just so like it's been so great just being around amazing women. And that's a part of the reason why I kind of got the courage to finally do this, because I did start my accounting business, which is something I'm really, really good at. And so that's been doing great. But I've just being here, like speaking with so many great women that are doing what they love to do, I was like, oh my God, I really want to do something that I'm really, really passionate about, something that I've been thinking about like so much. So like for so many years, I want to do this. So what I want to bring to my clients is really happiness. Like, that's what I really want to bring, because it just like you said, like getting dressed in the morning, it's like a form of self-care, and the way that you dress is a formal self-expression. And when you really pinpoint that and figure out what that is and who you are, and get rid of all those roadblocks in your head of why you can't do this, why you can't do that, why you can't wear something you want to wear, that really, it really helps like bring out that joy, and it really brings that glow to your face. And like, and when you're smiling, everybody is smiling back at you, and there's so many like doors that open up for you. There's so many like new connections that you make when you feel good. It shows. But like, when you don't take the time as much, sometimes like you might be as a little bit like, I don't know, more shy, maybe a little bit more like self-conscious, and like you're thinking about this doesn't feel too comfortable, and like your mind's somewhere else rather than being here and just like letting yourself shine. So it's really joy and happiness that I want to bring to my clients.
Yeah, today is not a very good example, because I like ran out of the house like a mad woman. But
you always look great. You really like, I love how creative you are with your outfits too. I definitely like have been like I've noticed like, and you've always looked great.
And I've always noticed you too. Like, you are always, you certainly make finance look fun. You know what I mean? Like, when you're dressing the part that you want to have, right? It's like, it's not about, oh my God, I'm just crunching numbers all day. But you always, dress up, and it is uplifting. And I think like, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be hard. And then there are other times like today, I'm like, I ran out of the house like a crazy person, and it's like, what? I can still be confident as I am. I am here. And that's like sometimes like the ultimate goal, right? Is to just show up. And the rest will fall into place. So tell everyone, like, what kind of, have you always really been into fashion? I mean, we're women, right? So like, we obviously, do tend to, lean towards, enjoying the shopping experience, but kind of what was the catalyst to get into all this?
Okay, so like I said, I lived in Ukraine, and my stepmom, she's Ukrainian. So my dad got remarried in Ukraine. And so in Ukraine, every school they wear uniforms. That's just like it's just, that's how it is. You wear uniforms. So when we moved here, that's what she was used to. So she thought like we should wear uniforms to school, but here everybody wears whatever they want to school, you know? So I only had a few items to select from basically. So I had to wear kind of repetitive things to school while everybody else was getting dressed up and looking nice and looking different every day. So I had to get creative. I had to start thinking about how can I wear every piece to its fullest potential. Okay. So that's when I really started like paying attention, like what can you do with this? What can you do with that? Like how can I change this up? I started like sewing my own clothes to like change them up. So I would like start doing all these different things. So that's when it really started for me. And then eventually I really wanted to like it's always been a thing for me. Like it's always been, I've always been the person that everybody goes to for like advice, like do I look good in this, should I try this? And I'm not a yes person at all. Like I am going to be like no, nah, that is not okay. But like not in a mean way or anything. It's just that like what I know, I understand what works best for like every body type, like different people. And like I'm really honest. So like you know, like it's just like what I who I am basically. But yeah, and it's been a thing that I've always like loved to do. And it's always been something I even a few years back, about 5 years ago, I started a blog and I started doing fashion and all that kind of stuff. I had a little bit of a following, but I kind of stopped because I started doing accounting more and I was like super busy, didn't really have the time for it. So now that like things are like going slowing down a little bit for me, I am like, okay, I can now redo this, like go and pursue this again. I don't want to do blogging so much, but I want to work one-on-one with people.
Yeah.
And that is what I really want to do.
I love it. You and I had a conversation a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about this, and I kind of told you like, why not? You can be awesome. Like this is what's so great about women, and in my opinion, is that we're so multi-talented and multifaceted. We're not just one thing, and so you're not just like the finance chick. You're like, you can be the fashionable finance chick, and so you can focus on like what you do best and how you do things, right? Like there are a million stylists, right? There are a million accountants. There are a million, people that may share the same sort of experience or story as yours, but no one is you. And so it's absolutely important for you to put yourself out there and do this. And and this is kind of like what I told you, like if you help one person, if you connect with one person and you allow for them to be themselves and help them be more of themselves, wearing whatever it is they're wearing, or even just doing what they're doing. It's just like looking, dressing up and feeling confident. It has so many different like side effects, that are all positive. So it's not just like like you're not just a stylist. It's like you're a confidence booster, and it's impossible to deny your passion. You're clearly so excited to do this, and I am happy to amplify your voice here and like tell everybody about it, because it's not enough to just do something like this on the side. It's like do it loud, do it proud, and expose your amazingness and yourself.
Yeah, thank you. I really do appreciate your encouraging words. I really do. Because yes, I definitely, yeah, I am like ready for this. I love I just love doing it. I love seeing the joy in people's face when they put on an outfit that feels like it's them, Like I love to get to know people and really understand like what are their goals, what are their challenges, what kind of image do they want to put out in the world. Not that you need to care about how people think about you so much, but it's that it does have an impact. So, and it brings out your own confidence, like you said. Like when you look great, when you look like you want to look, you feel great. So that is what's important.
Yeah, for me too, I used to like see other people wearing, creative things or, sparkle jeans or whatever, and think like, oh, that's not me, or like I could never do that. And I finally just realized like that's total bullshit. Like I can wear whatever the hell I want to wear, and really no one is going to care all that much. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's gonna turn around and be like, oh my god, did you see what she wore today? And even if they do, who cares, right? Like it makes
Right.
me feel good, it makes me feel confident, it makes me have a better day, and that really is like the most important thing. Like it's, I know it sounds selfish, but it's like when I have a really good day, my kids have a good day, my husband has a good day, my coworkers have a good day, because I'm just like another level of like energy. And so there was a real shift for me when I started to say, you know what, I'm not going to wear that black jacket, I'm not going to wear it, I'm going to wear the sparkle jacket, like, and I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. And it's benefited me in so many ways, just, and benefited the people around me. So I implore anyone to just like don't play it so safe. You know, it's not going to be the end of the world. Like it's really not like earth shattering to wear a sequin jacket. I mean, I don't know if you remember this, but I wore like jean shorts, a Spice Girl t-shirt, and my like sequin gold jacket for our Here For It with all the finance people
And you look so great. I think I told you even, I was like, you are inspiring me to put on a sparkly jacket. I was like, I was literally looking at one and I was like, I don't know. And then I saw you wearing it and I was like, you look so good.
I mean, like, why not? I mean, it's like no one really gives a crap what you're wearing, you know? It's not like, I mean, and for me, I don't have a boss. Like, I can't get fired for wearing something. It's not inappropriate. It's just, it adds character.
Yeah, no, I mean, if they're not even, if people are judgy, about what you're wearing, they're probably not your type of people anyway. You don't,
Anyway.
yeah, like I don't want to talk to you, but like it's important how you feel in your clothing, like if you don't feel great in your clothing, then that is going to show. So that is what's important. But yeah, I'm a firm believer in wearing what you want to wear, but it's also like it also needs to align with your goals in life and in with who you are, with whether it's professional or personal. Like for myself, when I'm like because of COVID, like I've been at home and like for a little while my style started going like slipping and everything, and then like every day I would look at myself in the mirror and be like, oh, okay, tomorrow I'll try. And then tomorrow will come around and like I won't try. And then, and like every day was just like, oh, okay. But then when I started to like really like get dressed the way that I wanted to, and especially like I'm at home, like nobody can see me. I'm like gonna get super creative with my outfits. And I started doing that. And when I walk by the mirror, I see myself and I'm like, oh, I look good, it makes me happy. And then I'm like, oh, okay, now I want to do something like fun, like around the house. Like all of a sudden I have energy to like clean a little bit more or something. Like it's just like it makes yourself just like have that like a little dopamine in the head, which we all need right now especially. And it's just like a little happiness, like it like gets the ball rolling for the rest of your day to just be great, and you're just like every time like. And I encourage women to really really look at themselves in the mirror as much as possible, because you are beautiful, and when you figure out like what can you put on to highlight those beautiful features, every time you look at yourself in the mirror you're just like even more happy and even more in love with yourself, and it's just an amazing effect.
Yeah, the other thing too is like there was a time where I was like, oh, you know what, I'll wear that when like especially like after the baby, or babies. It's like, oh, I'll wear that when, I lose the baby weight. And now I'm like, screw that. I'm gonna wear whatever it is I want to wear when I'm pregnant, when I'm not pregnant, when I'm feeling fat, when I'm not feeling fat. Like who cares? Like just wear it now, wear it today. If it doesn't fit, find something that does, like don't wait and don't like keep pushing it off. Like just do you now. And now we have so many options. Like there really are so many options now as far as sizes. Like I mean, and there's so much inspiration out there. If you're feeling like you need to find inspiration, like just give me a call. I will call you. I will tell you all the places to go to be inspired by people who have less than you, way more than you, like are feeling sadder than you or don't have the resources, who are doing exactly what it is they want to be doing, and they're doing it like positively. I mean, it's just it's so possible. It really is. And it's just, you're the only one really holding yourself back, right? Like you're the one who's getting up every day feeling like shit. And it's like, you gotta be enough with that. You gotta like put that to the side and then focus on yourself and just do it now and do it today.
Yeah, exactly. That it really is. It really is a form of self-care, like I said earlier. It really is just like your skincare routine, your getting dressed routine, like it all goes hand in hand, you know? Like it's a huge part of who you are. And you know, when people see you, I mean, not that it's a great thing that like they judge you, you know, they get that first impression and they judge you right away, like based on what you look and you know, and I think I read somewhere that it takes people about 7 seconds to get that first impression, you know? So it's just that, like, it's when you care about yourself, it does show, you know, and that person that you're putting out there, it's going to shine through, you know? So it's really a form of self-care, and it's going to help. You can use it as a tool to get to where you want to be in life. And if it's even at home, you know, like it's yourself. Maybe like if you're married, you want to like, you know, like look great for your hubby, or maybe like you're in the dating pool and you want to, you know, catch somebody's eye. That all that kind of stuff, like it all shines through your like the way that you care for yourself, you know.
Yeah,
So
so I told I was like talking to my husband the other day and I was getting ready and it was just like, I don't know, a normal day. And he's like, well, are you even doing anything today? It was like, I think it was on a weekend. He's like, well, are you even doing anything today? And I was like, oh, you think I'm getting ready for you or anybody else? No, I'm getting ready for myself. I'm like, this is for me. And you're just like a side effect, you know, you just like feel better and feel special.
yeah.
You're secondary, sir. But you know, it's important to just like it helps you, and that's enough, right? Like enough is okay. So, you know, the other thing too, I wanted to ask you, like, I'm sure you have a story of being like judged in the first 7 seconds, right? And I feel like you come off as so, I mean, not that you're not this, but you do come off as so sweet and enduring. And then you open your mouth and you're like, whoa, she's like really, really smart too.
Oh, thank you.
And I just like, I would love to hear. I mean, I don't have pink hair right now. It's like faded, but I normally do like bright pink hair. And so I think that that's like always the first thing that people like, they're like, oh, she's got pink hair. She must not be a serious person. She must be super fun, which like, you know, are all things, but that doesn't negate that like I do business. I, you know, have, you know, important thoughts in my head and I'm not like a total like cartoon character, you know? So do you have a story of like kind of being underestimated or judged and kind of being able to like laugh at the end of this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me think about a good one. I mean, I definitely, so with the when I was in middle school, that's when like I had the uniform that I wore to school, you know. A lot of the time, I mean, obviously people noticed, you know, like other kids noticed. No matter how good I was trying to try to like change up my pieces, people noticed. But it wasn't actually like I can't think of one where I was like too judged, but I do know that obviously they judge me in their head because the last day of school, I got dressed in something really nice and I came to school and literally the kids were like clapping for me. So like I was like, you guys have been judging me all this time.
Yeah.
But they were happy for me, so that was like, okay, this is good.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's no, like, I say that there's no judgment palette, you know, because we start there. We start with, like, look, we know we're not perfect. We all have work to do and we're doing it together kind of thing. But there's never a day that goes by that you're not being judged or someone's not looking at me and like, what, you know, the point of the matter is that it's not the end of the world, right? Like, it doesn't matter what other people, like, this is another thing I say to people all the time, like other people's opinions of you is none of your business. You know what I mean? Like it's enough. You have to feel this from within. You have to be confident from within and surround yourself with people who, you know, like are gonna lift you up, you know, no matter what. And I think it's like, it's actually, I love when I can tell I'm being judged, or I can tell that I'm being underestimated. A lot of times people don't even realize how like goofy they look when they're acting this way, you know? And you know, like I can tell when people are like watching, like looking me up and down, and like, what is she wearing? You know, I'm actually wearing my high school senior sweater right now because it makes me feel super comfortable, and warm. But it's like, what is she wearing? And it's like, yeah, damn right, I'm wearing my senior sweater. It still fits, and I'm still
Yeah.
wearing it, and I feel really awesome in it. But yeah, I almost like, I love the haters. I really do. You need them all, right? You can't have just everybody blowing smoke up your ass.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, like, I do think that, you know, like, you can also use it in a way to, like, style in a way to have those good judgments coming your way too. Because when I learned how to really dress myself, I mean, I started dressing well for my job. And even though like I started like at one of my positions, I started as an accounting assistant. But I know for a fact that because of my age, a lot of people wouldn't have taken me seriously just because I was so young and I was like, oh, I'm an accountant. And they're like, okay, like get us some coffee. So like, and then but then I started dressing well. I was like dressing for the job that I want, right? Like that's what people like tell you a lot. So like I was like, I am going to dress like I own the place. Like I am going to like dress nice and everything. And then my boss wanted me to be in meetings more with clients. And then all of a sudden, clients started like noticing me and talking to me. And then they were loving working with me. And I was getting all these great reviews. And I started moving up the ladder. So it's like yeah, maybe like they have all these preconceived notions and judgments and all that kind of stuff. But I know what I can do to use my talent, to use the way that I dress to make myself look more professional and more serious and start taking my own life to the next level.
Yeah.
So even if it's like other people like judgments and stuff, yeah, okay, whatever. Like you can have your own opinion. I am going to focus on what works for me and what's best for me, and I'm going to use that to level up. Like,
absolutely. You know, the proof is in the execution, right? Like, you know, if you weren't good at your job, it wouldn't, you know, obviously what you're wearing and how you're dressing and how you're showing up is not going to be what gets you the job, but it certainly helps, especially if the work that you're doing matches that, you know. So I love that. I freaking love that. So thank you. I love that you're part of this community. I love that you're doing this thing that you're so passionate about. And again, it's just like another demonstration that you're so multifaceted and you can, you know, be this and that simultaneously. Just like I can be, you know, a business owner and a mom. We can do it all when we support one another and we lift each other up and we all just keep going.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that is true. Like we are like as women, we have so many different dimensions. We are like so good at multitasking, so good at doing so many different things. And like, I mean, but you know, you definitely want to pick focuses, you know what I mean? Because we tend to take on so much. And also, like, sometimes we end up putting ourselves in the back burner and, like, putting aside our own self-care and all that kind of stuff just to do all these other things, take care of the house, take care of the business, take care of my kids, take care of the dogs, you know, like, all that kind of stuff. And so like I do think that this is something that every woman definitely has inside her, and like then you can bring it out to really shine through all those things that you're doing, you know. And so like I definitely, and I also appreciate like being a part of Palette so much. And like I said, like it has had such an impact on me, like really believing in myself and wanting to do this. I give so much credit to the Palette. I mean, also my husband, he's been encouraging me to do this for like years, but you know, like sometimes you need that extra like support from other women. Like that's just what it is.
Yeah, like, you know, he loves you. He's gonna love you no matter what, you know, but he wants to see you happy, and we want to see you happy. We want to see you doing what it is you want to be doing. I mean, life is just too short. It's just you can't keep this you know, fashionista in your, like, locked up. You gotta let her out. You gotta share it with the world.
Yes.
Okay, so tell everybody where they can find more information about you. Obviously, the Palette website, they can go to our member page and find you there.
Yes.
But do you have a website yet?
I don't have the website up yet because it's gonna be up in January. So that's still being worked on.
Yes.
But I do have an Instagram that I finally started posting on. So that you can definitely find me there. If you want to find out more about the services, feel free to send me a message or send me an email. Send me, like, you can give me a call. All of my contact information is also on my other business website, which is tndatax.com. And my Instagram is Atena_Crain. And also Facebook, anybody that wants to find me. And then the website will be up next month. No, it's next month, yes.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Yes, I'll tag all your places in the comments. And if anybody wants to reach out to Atena, I will introduce you to, you can comment, she'll find you. And I'm just so excited because you're doing it, and you just coming out and announcing this and telling people is going to inspire people to do it for themselves too. And that's what it's all about. It's just like helping people and helping more people and like being the example, right, for others to do what it is they are feeling called to do. And it's awesome.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay,
All right, have a good one.
bye.